Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Awaken the World Quick Talk. Tonight, past and future. Ego's only home. Live on the Awaken the World YouTube channel. It, of course, is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, May 24th. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, look, Kelly's there. Hi, honey. It reminds me, we were driving, down the street the other night, and on Kelly's side of the road were three girls walking together, and all three of them had their heads down over their phones. There wasn't any communication going on between them. There may have been via the phone, I'm not sure, but it did not appear that there was anything meaningful transpiring between any of them. And there's something we miss out on when we do not look each other in the eyes. You know, there's a reason they say that eyes are a window unto the soul. The background of that phrase is to make you aware that within your eyes, everything, the one soul, all of creation is reflected. And when we look deeply into each other's eyes, we cannot help but cry. We cannot help but feel that love, feel that oneness. Go ahead and try it. You'll find if you look deeply into someone's eyes and they look deeply into yours, very soon it becomes a magnet. It really does. Hello, Terry. So nice to see you this evening. So this evening, we're going to have a great talk about past and future. And these are the only two destinations where ego survives. And of course, since the past doesn't really exist and the ego doesn't really exist, the concept of I is not really true. And that can be really hard to absorb. I really like the little sunglass ones. I never understand where people get these from all the time. For me, it's always, colon, bracket. Smiley face. Or the upside down smiley face. Not the frowny face, but the smiley face that's upside down. Here's the thing about past and future, okay? They don't really exist. They only exist as a concept created by our linear minds. In reality, everything occurs in this eternal moment of now. Ah, I see Jackie's here and Janet. Wow, talk about getting the crew together, hey? We got Terry, we got Janet, we got Jackie. The whole crew is here. Definitely cool. And it's cool to have all of you here. It really is to be together. It really is. Love being together. And just before we carry on, speaking of future, and the future is not that far away, Kelly and I this evening at 6 p.m. go over to take over the Grassroots Health Hut. And we're keeping the location closed until June 3rd so we can do all the renovations and changes and everything else. And we're going to take some pictures of that and definitely post them and share them with you. And then reopen on June 3rd in our brand new business adventure. It's going to be really exciting, actually. It really is. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, past and future. So, this is a thing about our minds. We cannot, at a thought level, grasp past and future in the sense that they do not exist. To us, they exist. We can conceptualize it. A lot of people won't even do that, but most open-minded people can conceptualize it. But of course, you have something called memories. Now, when you understand that memories are really residual vibrations, and do you notice over time that certain memories or residual vibrations simply fade right away and stop vibrating? The memory's gone. It's no longer being kept within the energy field. Now, of course, that sea of consciousness is still fully aware as the whole. But as far as the energy body, there's no need for that residual vibration to be there anymore. And it disappears. So when we understand that the past can be thought of as residual waves of vibrational states that we experience, and the future is pure concept. Now, as I sat here planning for the future, what things do I need to bring to the store? What things do I need to have ready? All of that is a thought exercise. In reality, in the moment that I choose to go to the store, the future is no longer the future, it's the present, it's right now. And this is really beyond the mind. But we are offered profound hints to the truth that ego does not exist within the present moment. Those moments include a sunrise, being dumbstruck at the birth of new life. You know, I was talking to a friend of ours, a younger woman we both know, and her sister has a goat farm. And she has been out there day and night for the last 2 weeks, working with the goats and giving birth to calf after calf after, or kid after kid after kid. Is that what you call a baby goat? Is it a kid?
Yes.
I think so. They're a kid. So giving birth to a whole bunch of kids, you know, and it's those things are moving to us. And Terry, you're absolutely right. As I said, the reason we have difficulty with it is our mind appears to be linear. It is the only way that we can reconcile things to make sense for ourselves within this supposedly linear existence. So you don't have to worry about trying to understand the concept. What you have to do is instead find the times within your life that you've experienced the present moment fully. When there has been a cessation of self, you've become so much involved in the experience that the experiencer and the experience merge into one. And in those moments, you understand that all is within the experiencer. All of it. It all exists there. Living in the present moment, or living in the now, as Janet points out, is a case of living in no thought. Because you see, as soon as the mind is thinking, it is not thinking about the present moment. Even if it appears to be thinking about the present moment, it's actually not. It's thinking behind the present moment. Always a reaction to what's occurring. And that reaction is behind. It's already lost. The present moment's already gone from you in the reaction. Staying present means having that stillness within you, that cessation of thought, that quietness of being, and allowing the experience and the experiencer to merge. And in that, you realize that that which you thought was without is actually within you. Everything is within you because you have merged into that place of oneness and of wholeness. This is the state of being that Kelly relays to you when she says, you know, Garen's capable of doing so much, and yet he makes it look fun, effortless. Doesn't look like it's causing him any problem or really that much work. That comes from a place of present moment awareness, present moment stillness. Acceptance is your surest path to letting go of past and future. You see, the problem with the present moment for the ego is the ego doesn't want to accept the present moment as it is. It wants its version of right now. And of course, life isn't about pleasing our egoic sense of what life should be. Life is about understanding that it is exactly what it needs to be right now, right here, right in this moment. Accessing that moment, acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. When we accept the present moment, we are no longer looking into the past to compare it. We are no longer looking into the future for it to end or change. We are open and aware and accepting. And in that, we receive the gift of the present moment. And that is a merging with it. A sunset. You know, for me to, I'm literally brought to tears from the number of sunsets that I have been fortunate enough to be totally present in and become that sun. I'm sorry, it's moving. And you've had these experiences too. I know you have. As I said, a newborn birth, perhaps the way the light glints off the leaves on the tree. Yesterday for me, it was two huge golden eagles that were so high, they might as well have been jet aircraft. And the sun glinting on the underside of their wings and bellies, you could see why they were called golden eagles. And I watched them without a single flap of the wing swerve onto an air current and race off at high speed across the sky. These are the gifts that show us over and over again the truth of our existence and what lays for us within the present moment. One last thing. This present moment has infinite depth. There is no bottom, no end to it. And it is always available for you right now. Much love to you all today. Let go of past and future. The past, well, it's past. And the future, it hasn't arrived. Right now, the present, that's the gift. Namaste, and have a beautiful night.